Welcome back to Troopers Travels. I'm going to now explore the Conisbrough Viaduct. It's being done. Big shout out to Wobbly Runner and I forget his name now. I'm going to have to do that again. Welcome back to Troopers Travels, the next excursion. I've done the Conisbrough Castle. I will do that in the text because there's still quite a lot of people there. I'm currently going to do the Viaduct, Conisbrough Viaduct. A big shout out to Trekking Exploration and Wobbly Runner. So you've been here before me. Well, you've done your blog before me anyway, put it that way, but it's quite interesting. So I'm going to try and do a blog about this. I just need to get on that side now. I'll spin it around and show you, and then we'll get a bit close and I'll give you some more information. Welcome back to Troopers Travels. On next expedition now, I'm going to go on to Doncaster. I can't get this way actually, I've gone the wrong way. Oops, it is. I need to get over it done. So, I don't know if you can see that, where the water tower is, but that's the viaduct. Quite a long one, it's not very clear actually, but when we get a bit closer to it, we'll give you some information. But yeah, see, as you can see, clouds have gone dark and we've got another fire, wildfire again. And I've just been there, so I will do the music one with the information on it. I've done a tour of it, so we'll just continue going this way. I hope I can get this way, to be fair. I'm not sure if I'm on the right way, but there's one way to find out. I need to be at that side. Catch you shortly. I've possibly gone the wrong way, but we'll soon find out, won't we? Troopers Travels can't even get his own directions right. Like a Wally, I did go the wrong way, so I'm going the right way now, down the bridle way, and then fork off, and there's a bench just down there. If you can see it, I can't reverse it. Anyway, I've got the wrong way again, like I normally do. But we should be on the side very shortly. 200 yards, and then I should be on the side at bridge. I want to be that side, but anyway, we'll get there now. Well, this is the viaduct. I'm just going to try and get onto the top of it now. But how do we go to the top of it? That's the question. Up that embankment. Oops, is it? I don't think so. There must be another route up there somehow. There must be a quicker route. Well, maybe not. Right piece engineering, this, isn't it? Get to the top of it. I do some mountain climbing and all. When I get to the top of it, I'll let you know I've done it. Not looking forward to this at all, but here we go. A few moments later, I'm up to the top of it. I won't recommend that. It's a bit slippy and steep. Oh dear. We're not doing that again, will we? So now we're on it. We're on the actual viaduct. So I'm trying to get some more shots for you from this side. And I'm knackered because I've went up that hill. I'm going to give you some more information about this. Right, finally on top, so let me begin. It's quite a long one, I don't know if you can see that. And this is the old railway line. I think that goes to Edlington, maybe. I'm not a biker, even though I've got a bike, but I'm not sure. But I'll give you a bit more information about this anyway. So, Conisbrough Viaduct is a former railway viaduct near Cadeby and Conisbrough in South Yorkshire, England. The viaduct consists of two sections of brick and stone on each bank, connected with a lattice girder section. some 113, 116 feet over the River Don. The height and space were required should shipping need to be navigated along the river. The viaduct carried the Dearne Valley Railway over the River Don between 1909 and 1966. The structure is a Grade 2 listed and is notable for being one of the first bridges in Britain to be built using a rope system above the viaduct known as a blondin. So we'll have a look at this lattice in a sec when we get there. As you can see, it's quite a long stretch. The viaduct were 4.5 miles, 7.2 kilometres west of Edlington Hall and 17 miles, 27 kilometres south of Crofted Junction. And the viaduct connected the Dearne Valley Railway and its associated collieries to the Blackcore and Doncaster in the south. The Act of Parliament was approved in 1897. The railway's opening stages from 1902 onwards, and the final section of the track work being completed in October 1908. Although the viaduct took longer, it was finished in March 1909 at a cost of £4,919. In today's money that would be £749,111.71. I have worked it out, to be fair. That's the why I put that information in. But we'll show you some views. It's a bit cloudy though, I think it's going to rain. But this is your lattice section now. And obviously these are here to stop them on motorbikes, but they'll still get through. But it's part of Transpennine Trail for cyclists. With that side, Sprockborough's over that side anyway. That's your path what takes you to Sprockborough, to boating. Just be aware it's a bit expensive if you're going to get a meal and a pint. It was £20 last time, £20 for a burger and chips and a beer, and you've got all this here. So this is the lattice section. I'd love to see a bit better when I get to the other side of here, to be fair. Pretty high up in it, like. The full length of the line was 22 miles, 35 kilometres, with the viaduct being 1 mile, 1.6 west Edlington Hall and 17 miles. We've got motorbikers. Should be on here, are they? Oh, they're on bottom, we're on 8. A passenger service operated as far as Edlington Halt on the south bank of the River Don between 1912 and September 1951. Although the viaduct was built to carry 2 standard gauge lines, only one was laid across the structure, which swapped sides along the viaduct, putting an unusual kink in the running line. So this is where it worked track. Right, there's 14 arches on this. On western side, and also known as Cadeby Bank, and 7 on the eastern bank, also known as the Conisbrough Bank. I keep thinking motorbikes are going to be flying past me. The viaduct consists of 21 brick arches, each measuring 55 feet 17 metres in width, and a single span of a Warren Truss lattice girder worked 450 feet 46 metres, which straddles over the River Don. Like I said, there's 14 arches, also known as Cadeby Bank, and 7 on the eastern side, which is the Conisbrough Bank, which differ from the 40 feet 12 metres to the 150 feet in height. The viaduct is approximately 1,527 feet, 465 metres long, and made with over 12 million bricks standing some 113, 116 feet, 35 metres over the river, which led to one reviewer to describe the viaduct as a truly Goliath structure. Well, it's a good piece of engineering, isn't it, when you look at it, with 5 million bricks to build this. Each pier is tapered at the bottom with the foundation sunk into a grey shale in the ground. Subsidence was avoided by contractors purchasing the mineral rights to the land underneath the viaduct, so the coal measures in the vicinity were never worked. So there's actually coal underneath here what were never touched. Double butters of protecting bedstones were built at either end of the lattice span. We'll look at them in a bit. And the viaduct was constructed using an aerial ropeway suspended over the course of the works. The ropeway, known as blonding, was held up by a tower at each end at the height of 80 feet to 24 metres before it's being 1,875 feet in length, and at the lowest point was 150 feet, 46 metres above ground level. So yeah, just trying to 5 million bricks to build this. I bet that took some making, didn't it? I bet you'd like contract for that if you were providing bricks for it. The section of the track, including the viaduct's construction, was the responsibility of Gates and Hogg. Timber used, obviously, in this building construction of the supporting frame came from those used in the building of the high-level bridge in Newcastle. That'd have been that big one, that one like an arch thing, Time Bridge, possibly. I might be wrong. If anybody knows, just let me know on your comments, please. Also, after the Conisbrough Viaduct were built, with the timbers and the blonding were reused in the construction of the Leighton Reservoir in North Yorkshire. Obviously the viaduct were built at 150 feet above the river in case Sheffield were turned into an inland port. The experience of the building the Manchester Ship Canal led to the review of the bridge building over the waterways at the turn of the 20th century. The main bricks used on the viaduct were red brick, but Staffordshire blue bricks were used to face the bridge, which we'll have a look at these, which I should imagine these are the blue bricks, but it's been painted, hasn't it? The central lattice girder, obviously that were engineered by John Butler. That's the one I've just gone past at the Stanley Ironworks near Leeds. The tender for building the viaduct was awarded in 1906 and cost, obviously, like I said, £4,919, which is over 570,000 in 2021, but I'll give you the exact figure earlier. The passenger service across the viaduct was withdrawn in September 1951, but the line of the viaduct obviously remained for freight until 31st July 1966, whilst obviously at collieries that line was still open. So yeah, in 1985 obviously the disused viaduct was transferred to the British Railway Board, and in 2010 they tarmacked it to make it part of the actual long distance walking and cycling path. The presence of the red dwarf elder tree in the brickwork led to the possibility of the viaduct being demolished in 1980, so they've got trees going after it. It was nearly got demolition. In 2015 the viaduct was set for a murder scene on TV series DCI Banks, which I can't remember watching that, but we'll go down to the side and we'll have a look at it now and have a quick nosy to some more pictures. And should you be working on a bridge and a train will come in, this is where you're going. These, they're all the way down from Viaduct. Look, so trains come in and you get in here and you don't get pulled in with air. But it was only a single track bed, this, to be fair. But we look at it, it's quite a engineering project, this, isn't it? It must have took some rate doing this. Engineering ahead of its time at the time. That would be your blue brick anyway. That would be a blue brick, and your red bricks on the inside of it. I did actually see some red brick, and that's your blue brick anyway. Just go outside and have a look. Be careful because it might be really slippy. I don't want to go flying. I had a job going up it. Oh, you've got some red brick there. That's your blue brick. I want to go down, but I don't. I think I'll go down the path, it's just easier. I don't want to have any accidents, I'm on my own as it is. But yeah, so if ever you're in Conisbrough, you go to Conisbrough Castle, you look on top, you'll see this, it sticks out a mile. Quite impressive as well. I love to see a viaduct, it just proves at the time how advanced they were for the time. Not like they're not bridges up now, but these, it stood the test of time, innit? Right, we'll go easier way, I think. We'll just come down here nice and steady. That's obviously quarry over there, that's being used now. There's another old quarry up there, and there's also some lime kilns. Saw them last year, I think it was last year, but it was really bad weather and really slippery, and obviously I went up that embankment to get on to the top of this bridge from that side, the same place I've just come. We'll have a quick look at it anyway. So it originally worked Dearne Valley Railway, and it was used for pits initially. You get a better view with it now, I think. I don't know whether I to walk into Conisbrough. Well, it's still nice. Still plenty of daylight, don't we? So let's count the arch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the first 14, and then we've got an odd number other side. 14 this side. That's quite impressive though, that. See that? And it's all been, it's like little, they're like grapes. If you can see that. Yeah? And obviously we've had somebody who likes to put the name and things on stuff. Like I say, if you go to the bottom of this, you turn left, go that way. That takes you to Conisbrough, you end up at Boatin. And there's a nice little, it's about 3 or 4 bird watching hives as well. You can, if you're a twitcher, it'd be interesting. We'll wait till we get to Lattice in the middle and we'll have a look at that. But that's your 14 arches up to Lattice, known as the cadeby bank, and then you've got, so that's the obviously, and then the eastern side, known as the Conisbrough bank, which is that side there, has only got 7. I never noticed that last time. Mind, I didn't count them, to be fair. A bit sad like, but it's a fact. I like a good fact. Somebody from Edlaw up there, look. Somebody's put the name, somebody from Edlaw. Well done. But yeah, just imagine trains going over that. Steam trains. But it is part of Trans-Pennine Trail. So if you have got a bike and you fancy a pedal on a lovely day, it's grand. All the way from Wath. We can go right as far as Penistone as well. It's just a long route, but lovely, yeah. Glad I've come and it's stayed dry. Sun's gone in a bit like, and it is getting a little bit dark. I'm just looking at time, that's all. So it looks like I'm not going to get Hatfield done. Maybe Warmsworth, I don't know, but it's grand. Might even have a pint tonight. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little one. But yeah, very impressive structure. The lattice, look at that. I always think of a lattice meal like an apple pie, you know, like with pastry, crisscross. That's the word lattice, isn't it? But in the engineering term, that's what a lattice is. Just reinforces the actual centre. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, if you've got any comments or if you've got any ideas what you'd like to see, and I can get there, of course, because I don't drive. Just give a shout, and I'll try and have a look. To me, if all right, people might say it's a bit boring, but I don't think it is. I just enjoy it, and it's good for my people's mental health. And there's people that can't get out there to see places like this, so sometimes it's just good for them to see it, you know. But I'm doing my best anyway. But keep subscribing. 103 I've got now. Thank you ever so much for everybody who's subscribed and passing it on. But if you would share, please, because I like my channel to grow a little bit, and it's good for me. Anyway, we're off to Edlington now. Not Edlington, we're going to Sproutborough. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with Edlington that side, aren't I? And I'll try and get Warmsworth. I might even go to Hatfield. I'm just looking at daylight. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you shortly. Bye.